Well, the health industry is still facing a cancer drug shortage, and the problem raises concerns and fear among patients. Scripps News correspondent Thomas Hoppe explores how pharmacists are planning to address the issue.
It's really affected many different patient populations and medication classes.
It's been an interesting time to have conversations with patients, with physicians, to try to figure out what we can do.
Drug shortages in the U.S. are a standard part of the logistics for hospitals. According to pharmacists, the big shortage now, two major drugs used to treat chemotherapy.
Cisplatin and carboplatin, two different agents, but still in the same class of drugs, have come up short. It seems that there's some issue around the manufacturing. A lot of these are manufactured in other countries, and they have a process to make sure they adhere to standards. And when there's some issues in the manufacturing process or even the shipment process, then it can disrupt something, especially when it's used so widely.
So you have to put these on your feet.
Okay.
This is where we make all of our hazardous drugs for cancer.
A Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs report says 80% of manufacturing facilities that produce these pharmaceutical ingredients are located outside of the U.S. Some say there is a solution out there. Flynn says the country has to find other producers.
It really comes down to more globally at the federal government level is how do you impact on that supply chain? So for instance, by opening your country to other agents from maybe made in China, for instance.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration is currently working with Chinese drug maker Qilu Pharmaceutical to import the cancer medication to help boost supply. In the short term, Canadian pharmaceutical company Apotex started distributing injectable medications on a temporary basis. Experts say these tactics are needed because the National Cancer Institute reports cisplatin is prescribed to 10 to 20% of all cancer patients and has a cure rate of over 90%. But it's up to local treatment centers on how to stretch out their supply for their patients in the meantime, according to Tina Claypool, the clinical pharmacy supervisor of the University of Louisville Health.
So it's really looking at shifting things to what is available. If there is only one medicine to treat one condition, and that's what we need, then we look at alternate strategies such as prioritizing, scheduling things, maybe adjusting dosages, changing how we supply the product, so less waste.
One of the nation's top cancer care groups, the American Society of Clinical Oncology, is now advising doctors with low quantities to administer them to patients with a shot at a cure and to deny the patients with recurrent or widely spread disease. However, at the Norton Cancer Institute, they've implemented ways to make their supply last in order to treat their patients.
The only thing we've been able to do is extend their interval a little bit, meaning we go from every 3 weeks to every 4 weeks. The other thing we've been successful in is alternating drugs. Like if we didn't have one of those platins, we could use the other one.
As for patients, experts say they need to be aware of these issues and try to plan on their end for the future. Thomas Hoppe, Scripps News, Louisville, Kentucky.